really. Good morning and welcome back to the Real World Garage. We're here with a little quickie this morning. We're going to do a quick thermostat on a 1996 Camry and bring you over a little closer and show you what we got going on. Alright. The car's been losing coolant for a little while. And we never could see it going on the ground until recently. Yeah, so I can get the lightened up down there. We kept losing coolant. We kept looking for it. And finally one day I got tired of it, having to just constantly add coolant back to it. And I said, let's find out what's going on. So we got out the engine cleaner and we cleaned up the engine and found that it was seeping around thermostat water pump housing. So we're gonna take it apart, put a new thermostat in it. The heater's not working real well in the car. The engine temperature's not coming up to but just over maybe an eighth, sometimes a quarter of the way. So the car didn't have real good heat, and in these generation of Camry, transmission will not shift into overdrive until the engine gets up to a certain operating temperature. So the way what it's doing right now is it's staying in third gear. You'll be on the interstate and it's, trying to run interstate speed. It'll run nearly $4,000 trying to keep up with traffic and not get run over. So as we know, that's not good for the old engine. So we're gonna get in here and replace this thermostat and see what we can fix it. Hopefully there's no corrosion in there causing that leak. So let me get you set up. Hopefully you can see I can get you set where you can see, and we can change this. It's gonna be pretty tight down in there. We'll try to stay out of your way. Hopefully you can see. You gotta take this nut and this nut loose. We're gonna leave the hose intact. We've already drained the coolant out of it. So let's get down here. We've got a 1/4" drive 10mm short socket and a 10mm deep well. But you can just barely get this socket down in here on it. So we'll work that off. It's pretty tight. Hopefully I don't get my ratchet trapped in there. Come on, little darling. There we go. When we first got this car, it paid $400 for it for my son to have something to get back and forth to work in. Got a couple little issues with it we hadn't got to yet. We're gonna of course, do a timing belt. Had to have a set of tires. Had to have a battery. But tires, besides tires and batteries, oil change. I think I put a belt on it, just, minor tic-tac stuff. Minor stuff, really. Just move this drain pan. Close this drain valve down here. Let's see if we can catch some of this. Whoop, right. Come. Trying to keep some of the coolant down at Mom's garage. Hopefully soon I'll be getting my garage set up where we can get out of Mom's garage. Out of the way. And wow, holy smokes. No wonder. Good grief. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can get it propped up there. See if you guys. Good grief. Thermostat is janky as all get out. The rubber O-ring, which is in there to seal it, it's coming apart. I'm surprised it wasn't leaking worse than it was. Holy smokes. Yeah, she's definitely stuck open. Look at that. There you go, focus. Yeah, she's definitely stuck open. That this little darling is done. Yeah, this one had a tickle valve on it. Get that cleaned up. Get that out of the way. It's contaminant. Oh, it looks pretty clean though, other than that. Other than the O-ring going all to pieces. Doesn't look too bad up in here. This car, when we got it, had mostly water in it. Didn't have really much antifreeze in it at all, so I'm surprised it's not corroded worse than this. And why a new thermostat comes without a seal, I have no idea. But they don't. This O-ring has a split. And you take and it goes on the thermostat. Just like that. Make sure it's pushed on there square and all the way. And then you take it and insert it back in the neck. Hold your finger on the thermostat so it doesn't flop out there on you. Line everybody up. Get on there, big boy. And it flopped on me. Get up in there. I'll lay down. There we go. Snap it up in there real quick. Now, take the nuts. Oh, don't drop it. Damn, I don't want to run up on there by hand. All right. And just tighten it back up. All right, I'm gonna leave it a little loose for the moment. And we'll tighten up the drain, tighten up the drain cock on the radiator. Here, I never froze. I got some 50-50 antifreeze and water here. Yeah. Go ahead and fill up the radiator until we start seeing a little bit coming out around that thermostat. Oh, almost there. Try to limit how much air we've got in the system. These Camrys are bad about air locking, and the thermostat won't open. It'll like overheat. Before you can get all the air out of it. Oh, there we go. All right. Now that up, you want to tighten them up evenly. You don't want to tighten them up all on one side and then the other. And I went and laid my socket down. There it is. It's tight down in here. That's for sure. Come on. There we go. Now it's resting. These are like 6mm little studs, so you don't want to over tighten them. Snap them off. Then you're into another whole big old problem. You're replacing the thermostat housing, which I have one, but I really don't want to replace it today. All right. This little trick my dad taught me, who's been a Toyota mechanic for a bazillion years. Back you up here a little bit. If you'll take this top radiator hose on. Come on. Twist it a little bit. All right. Push it back. Now, take this radiator hose and fill and get as much into the block as you can. Okay, now you've got that full. You want to try to stick it in there as quick as you can. That gets as much into the block as possible, and that helps with that airlock situation. Now, fill up the radiator. Trying to finish filling up the radiator. Whoa. All right. Pause here for a second. All right, now we're gonna crank it up, let it warm up, and check for leaks. And hopefully he'll have heat, and the engine temperature will engine will get up to temperature like it's supposed to. Look at one thing else before we do that. Make sure it's got power steering fluid. For some reason, it's developed power steering fluid leak. And let's check the motor air. It's not real oil thirsty, but it's got a small leak. And it's in the safe range, so it's almost time to change it. I think we'll do a video on teaching my boy how to change the oil in his own car. Pick up the giblets. I dropped the thermostat. It didn't fall. Here it is. It fell all the way through. Get all the crappy parts. All right, let's fire this sucker up. on the flex pipe too we got to do something about. And it's going to be time to do that timing belt real soon. I can hear the timing belt flapping. Capacity on this cooling system is a gallon, maybe a gallon and a half. It ain't much. That's pretty good for a $400 car. Then we can take a bath. There comes some air. Starting to get warm. Check the temperature. More air. There's a little more air. Recheck the temperature. That's pretty good. It's up to about halfway. I've been sitting here idling for 10 minutes maybe, something like that. Try to let it run until the engine fan kicks on. There's some more air. The other thing people aren't really aware of is when your engine temperature is not getting up to full temperature as it's supposed to, your engine oil can't do what it's supposed to do, can't work like it's supposed to work. The engine oil is designed to operate when your engine cooling temperature around 180 to 190 degrees. So you could end up, your engine's running too cool, it can cause sludge buildup, even with today's modern oils. So you want to make sure that your thermostat's doing what it's supposed to do. Come on, engine fans. cap on. Then we get the fans to run. Go around here and check the engine temperature real quick. Make sure we ain't about to overheat. Gauge says it's halfway. Let me go get my thermal scan gun and we'll see what the radiator top tank is. Harbor Freight. (165 degrees). Thermostat, where it comes out of the radiator, is 140 degrees. I'm not sure what temperature the fan's supposed to come on at. That's the temperature at the head. So, I did leave for a minute. I guess they could have come on and I missed it. But so far, so good. I don't see any leak down here by the thermostat out there. Back in there. Live life on the edge. Let's take the cap off the radiator. Little bubble there. We're flowing coolant, we're good. Yeah, that's good. See where we're at. (172). that the thermostat housing now. 190 at the head. Alright, let's see where we're at. Not real sure what the fan kick-on temperature is, like I said. I doubt that manifold gets hot. 646 freaking degrees. Won't touch that. Let's see what the heat shield says. Pretty good. 640 degrees below it and 220 on the heat shield. Still enough to burn you. There we go. Let's take a quick peek. You must kick the fan on at the head at 195. Alright, let's wrap everything up here and we'll go for a little quick test drive. We'll come back and double check for leaks. Alright, boys and girls, buckle up for safety. And it is still a wet mess around here. We're gonna have this last rain event. We'll have had 6 to 8 inches of rain, they said, before it's all said and done. Hope the camera's not too wobbly. Tripod doesn't set up too well inside the passenger seat. I tried to set you up where you can watch the thermostat, temperature gauge. Transmission shift's nice and smooth. Gotta get us up a little more speed where we can see that it hits overdrive like it's supposed to. Okay. And away we go. Boom, there it went. Dropped right in it. Just a little over 40. I'm sure my son will appreciate that. That'll definitely be help his fuel economy. Wheeled around here, head back for the hacienda. And nobody's coming, not that way anyway. car does pretty good for 185,000 miles. Bought it from the original owners. Just got to be a little bit more than a single mom wanted to spend on keeping her car going. Which I don't know how it's going to work out for her. She bought a Honda Pilot. I don't know that she's ever going to get the same kind of service that she got out of this Camry Honda Pilot with a CVT transmission. I just don't think the CVT is going to give her the same reliability this old Camry gives. Just can't beat these old cars. They just Toyota built pretty stout vehicles back then. Probably seen some of the videos on the 97 Tercel. Other than having to use garbage aftermarket parts, the old Tercel's, you know, super reliable. The engine itself uses a lot of oil, but that's due to stuck oil control rings, and I'm going to replace those and put a set of rings in that little car. Have it going. We'll do a series on that probably too. All right. All we gotta do is check for leaks. Well, we made it back from the test drive. Everything checks out okay. There's no leaks. Engine temperature is running right where it's supposed to be. The engine fans cycled and ran like they were supposed to. There's good heat inside the car, and everything looks to be a-okay. Now, just remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for coming by the Real World Garage. Y'all have a good day. Is it idling? Choke must be part on.